What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the finale, finally, for So I'm a Spider, So What? This one's titled, So I'm Still a Spider, So What? The finale of So I'm a Spider was meant to be last week, and was meant to be in its normal time slot, but it's been moved around because of a delay to the final episode, and not entirely surprised that it happened. I am quite surprised at how quickly we did get it, though. Ultimately, it ended up just being a 1 week delay. And all things considered, that both is very nice, that we don't have a 3-month waiting situation like Wonder Egg Priority did. I haven't yet watched the finale to Wonder Egg Priority. I will sneak it in at some point in the next month or so, once I figure out where the current summer season ends up being. I didn't really have a free day to do it when it came out, so I'm kind of trying to figure out where it's going to go. But apparently that's not been taken too well. At least the initial ratings of that, when I looked, weren't doing too hot, so that's something. So at least we didn't get a long delay, but because it's only been a week extra delay, I am slightly concerned that the overall quality improvement we get from it, because that's obviously why they did it, because of production issues, maybe it just straight up wasn't complete, or they just weren't happy with it. I'm not 100% certain why they delayed it, actually. Apparently there was a tweet, according to the producer, or from one of the producers, that said that most of the issues from this production were caused by outsourcing, and so they were trying to fix up certain parts of that in preparation for the release, and with this one they couldn't get it done in time, so they decided to postpone. That's what I heard. We heard the outsourcing problem, oh god, it was like nearly 2 months ago at this point, I think. Like, I heard the rumor of outsourcing being a bit of an issue for like episode 15 or something, or 16, 17, somewhere around that point. And yeah, the second half of the season really has suffered from it, as the human side of the story ramps up and you see the two sides converging. Ultimately, it got to the point where the human side, you could really tell that it just wasn't up to the same quality as what Spider side was. And that's not talking from a narrative standpoint, that's just talking from a pure animation standpoint. And it's kind of always been that way, simply because I always think back to the very first Shun and Hugo fight in the first half of the season, which was just kind of mediocre, and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel like it's been done very well, in comparison to the rest of Spider, which, at the beginning, first 5 episodes or so, I didn't really like this show, and I was probably overly harsh on it at the time, considering how much I'm enjoying it now, but it was more a case of getting used to the style and getting used to it. I was preparing myself for the pacing of the show, and it's led to this moment, which has been fantastic. But early on, I wasn't a big fan, and then seeing the human side versus the spider side was quite a heavy contrast, so yeah. I'm hoping this episode is at least not as jarringly bad as others. So far, of the 500 or so ratings it's almost got, it is fully rated 5-star, so that's a good sign. Previous episodes that have suffered with human side story have hit like 3.5, so you know, this might actually be a good finale. At least I hope it is, because I want a season 2 of this. I really do. There's not been any news yet, as far as I'm aware. If it does get season 2, if Millipensy is going to continue to animate this, then please, for the love of all that's holy, stop outsourcing. It's never going to end well. And just take the time you want. Like, I know there's deadlines. I know there's, like, ideal release windows. You don't want to wait too long, and you want to get it out, because otherwise if you just sit on it for too long, you're just wasting money. I get it. But if you're going to do, like, a full 24-episode season like this, do a split core show. So many issues are solved by split core. That's why a lot of shows are doing it. Like, we saw ReZero do it. We've seen Moriarty the Patriot do it. We're seeing Jobless Reincarnation do it. We're seeing Vanitas this season do it. Split core is becoming more and more desirable in my mind. And I think ultimately it should be the way you do longer form anime like this. That's not like super long stuff like One Piece or something, where it's like, oh, you got to get it out weekly and churn it out. I think if you're going to do like a super long, well, just a multi-core show, split the cores. It saves you so much hassle and lets you catch production issues and pace yourself much, much better, and keep your IP in the public domain for longer. Because instead of just getting it all out in 6 months and then going radio silent, you get 3 months, then 3 months of downtime where people can catch up on it and you can build up hype for the next 3 months, and there you go, you've got a 9-month span of attention. Split core is the future, is all I'm saying. and I'm always happy to see more shows do it. That's why I'm very excited about Vanitas, because I know it's going to be split core, and that's really good to me. Anyway, enough rambling. So last time out, we are setting up the big fights. Optimus, for some reason, has these Gloria units that are like straight up mechs. I have no idea how he's got them. I have to assume it's got something to do with the reincarnations, because he would have no... There's no way we'd have that sort of knowledge, because that's very much a reincarnations, like, I've seen this in a manga or anime type vision, right? It's too modern for this world to have existed by someone from this world. There must be influence from the reincarnation side. Maybe that's why Potimus was collecting them in the first place, because we know he has an interest in them outside of just helping his daughter out, who said, please save them. He probably is trying to get... He might have got that from them in some way. I don't know how. But I don't know if we have enough time to really go into that at this point. That seems like a Season 2 plotline, if anything. Hugo now realizes how much of a pawn he's been in all of this plan. Like, he's really not the hero or, like, some super important person. He's just been here just to fight, and Sophia has been using him under instructions from her masters. Like, he's not even, like, working for the boss. He's working for his boss, who's under the big boss. So it's like, so his ego took a bit of a hit, and ultimately he was just kind of useless. We also saw Merazophis. Is that how you say his name? I'm not quite sure. Who is the butler from Kumiko's timeline that we've been seeing. So I'm very... Well, to Sophia, hence why they're probably paired together. I wonder how he followed... If he just followed after Sophia, or how that connection made itself. Again, a Season 2 plotline almost certainly, but I'm curious about it. And yeah, Shun is still so blind to everything. He's like, oh, I can win this with the power of friendship, and all that nonsense. It's like, no, you can't, dude. Like, you gotta realize this by now. Even had Faye stepping in, just like, if we just leave, you'll let us live, yes? If we just stop fighting you. Because they've got to go deal with the actual fight. Like, this is all a distraction. Like, I don't think Shun realizes, like, yes, your brother might, like, continue the fight because it's what you fight for, what's right. All that cliche shit, right? But ultimately, this is a distraction. You're not protecting anything here. You're just tying up two individuals. Meanwhile, the Demon Lord herself is over there, and the entire demon army is over there wreaking havoc on the elf village. Do you think the elves are going to be able to hold that off? They were so reliant on their goddamn protection, that was gone immediately. Like, you know, like, you gotta pick your fight, Shun, a little bit, and I don't think he has the tactical mind of knowing where to pick and choose his battles where appropriate. He just goes headlong into, I must fight this because it is evil and I am good. Like, he has that very binary mindset at the moment. But the Glory units have shown up and started to attack Sophia and New Boy Raph, who was the final reincarnation to be named, except obviously whoever Kumiko is. And that was Kyoya as Raph, another army leader. And then, yeah, Ariel, the Demon Lord, is here, and the girl in white is going exploring. And I'm still on the theory that the girl in white is Kumiko. I feel like we're going to get that confirmed this episode. I feel like, because you got to marry the timelines together. That's been the whole point of this. We're going to marry the timelines together, probably. Because they're still quite a ways apart, because Kumiko is currently battling Ariel, and is about to be obliterated by Ariel, I believe. And I think that's where we're starting this episode. Yes, we're starting this episode with that. So there's still quite a bit of a time skip to get to the point where we actually are attacking the elf village, but at least we can get some confirmation of where things are. And also find out what actually happens to Ariel as Body Brain continues to eat away and meld with her mind in a very weird and honestly really cool way. So, yeah. I think that's everything that I need to talk about with regards to this show. So, yeah, let's get into the final episode. I'm excited to see where this goes. So as per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gives you access to all Patreon and Patreon access I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear G, which we just finished, and we'll be doing the specials next week, as well as Log Horizon Season 2. Those shows will be moving about a bit as I kind of figure out where in the schedule they kind of fit. World Trigger fits in on Wednesdays very easily. Log Horizons and Sympho Gear are a little harder to fit in back where they once were, so give me a minute on those ones. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time of the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play. Then on Play Say episode, I Say episode, and we should be in sync. We watched this one on Crunchyroll as per usual since they're the ones who licensed it. No logos or anything to begin with, we're just straight into the episode, like I said, with Ariel firing off her, I think it was Abyss Magic, towards Kumiko. And you can use Screen Flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up. So, lengthy intro, but let's get into the finale of Spider, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? We just hatched? But we're still in our same form. What did we do? Egg laying skill. Oh. Oh. That's cool. That's very clever. Well, what if someone comes and destroys all the eggs and then kills you in one fell swoop? Yeah. Yeah. It's not completely immune. Oh, can we evolve? Oh, Arachne, yes. This is the one we wanted, wasn't it? All this effort was for this. We evolve. Human form? Human form. I think that basically confirmed it is White Girl, isn't it? OP time for the last time. Actually, this OP grew on me a lot over the course of the season as well. Alright, here we go. Alright, our mech things, Glorias, what are they called? Jesus. Yeah, regular infantry is not going to be able to do anything, but yeah, they're fine. What kind of tanks have you been looking at? I mean, yes, they are kind of inspired by it, but still. Mixing 3D and 2D, but whatever. Jesus Christ. What am I looking at? What was that? Okay. All that and you use bows and arrows. It's like, God. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, hello. Nice. That was the most pathetic sounding kick oh. That is true. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Jesus. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus. See, if that actually looked okay, that would have been more dramatic, but still. Not reincarnation, though. Mm-hmm. He hit level 10 taboo. Wait, level 10 taboo. Does that mean he now has access to the knowledge about... Means he knows, right? Yep. Yep. Now he gets to see all of it. Repent. That'd be just creepy. I didn't do shit. Who's this sneaking up? Is this Hugo? Oh, Hugo. Yes. Don't you dare use that fucking name around me now. Okay. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, this is on you for... Okay. So how did she manage to get full human body then? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it would. I guess these are... I guess these become what's left behind after Nightmare Labyrinth. Probably not great. Yeah, not looking great. Mm-hmm. So what are we gonna do? Oh boy, here we go again. Oh Not going well. Mm-hmm. Right, yeah. He's not just gonna leave. Just like a captain goes down with a ship, a lord will go down with his town. Mm-hmm. Mother's not even going with them. Mayor's office, okay. Ooh. That's where Kumo probably intervenes. Putting up a brave fight. Oh, God. I won't be so sure about that. King control level, okay. Okay. This is what started it off. That sound was horribly out of sync. Oh, God. That was Potimus. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hmm. Protected to the end. Okay. That was very dumb. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I love that power. Hmm. Hmm. Anti-magic barrier. Problem. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Oh shit! What? Oh, Nolian. He's a mech? Okay. Interesting. So this is why he might. Okay. This is why he has Gloria units. So it may have been not reincarnations. He's just from a time in this world where this was a thing. Oh god. Uh. Mm-hmm. You have no idea. There's a leg. Yeah, no. No evil eyes. Warping worked, okay. Aha. Hmm. Well, if you can force him into the point where you'll activate it. Or is he just going to retreat for now? Whoa, shit. Ariel? Ariel. Okay, it looks like the merge with Body Brain really has accelerated. Jesus! Hmm. So that wasn't the real Posmus body. So that's probably why he survives so much, is because he has so many of these mechanical bodies that he can just have active and keep the real one safe somewhere. Who knows where the real Potimus actually is? Okay. Mm-hmm. Pretty mixed up. Has no desire to kill now. Okay. well, well. Uh, cut to being tried to be killed again. Not quite. God, all the, how Jesus, a lot of polymasters there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Hmm. Fair. Okay. Hmm. Bit of a long story. Yep. That's how we recruit him in. That's true. So? Mm-hmm. Sure. Yep. Mm-hmm. Might as well work with some very powerful allies. Yes. The heroic demon lord. Really? Okay. That's where we end it, huh? We end it in the. Oh, that's unfortunate, really. Like, I know they wanted to end it with the reveal of Kumiko. Like, I get that. They want to end it on that. That makes sense as your big finale. But ending it in the middle of the. Like, there's so much still to answer there. There's so much still to answer. It was not a neat ending at all. Um. Yeah, I mean, that's not a neat and tidy ending in the slightest at all. There's still a lot of narrative threads to, you know. Also, we don't know what Shun's gonna do now. Yeah, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea what to think now. Overall, I think the quality. I think they salvaged what they could from it. There was still many moments where it was quite obviously not great, honestly. Especially when it comes to the sound design and the sync of those sounds and just the general action of human on human attacks. It just never lines up well. Like, it just doesn't. The most satisfying bit was Ariel's just slapping Potimus out of existence. Like, that was satisfyingly done. That had the impact it deserved, but everything else kind of just fell very flat on it. Which is a shame. It's a very big shame, but they did the best they could in just 1 week extra time, honestly. Like, I have no idea what the episode was like before they decided to delay, but if this is what we got after delays, I don't know why they do that. There's a speed camera out there. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it is a bit of a shame what happened to this show, because I think... this show could have been so much better. And deserved to be so much better, honestly. But I don't know if Milipensi is the studio that can realize that dream for what this show could be. Yeah, if this does get picked up for season 2, Milipensi really has to make a serious step up, which I don't know is going to happen, considering their previous track record. I mean, they are known as the Berserk studio that made a mess of their adaptations there. And beyond that, they haven't really had... They've had one, like, TV short, long-running series that they've been doing, and that's kind of been all they've been doing was these shorts and then Berserk. The only other show they did was Copcraft, which isn't super poorly rated, but there's some good stuff about it, apparently. But no, I don't know if Milipensi could make a second season good. You have to go split core if you do this again. I think they'll learn that, just for the sake of fixing production issues. They'll learn not to outsource, I think. At least I hope they learn how to outsource. But they probably had to outsource just because of the size of the studio. It's probably not a big enough studio not to outsource in this. I'd love another studio to pick this up, but, like, well... I say it's not a high likelihood, but there is a decent likelihood that it happens. It's happened before. I mean, Quintessential Quintuplets changed. Log Horizon changed. There is examples of it happening, so... I kind of hope it does, just for the sake of future of this show. I don't know if this is actually going to get a second season, based on the reception of it. It depends what the Japanese reception was. I think probably overall, probably better than what the Western reception was, because I think the Western audience is more brutal on an anime than what the Japanese audience is. At least that's my own impression of it. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's a shame, but it was a decent finale. It's a weird spot to end, but I know they did it just so they could get the Kumiko reveal out there. So that was nice. Kind of confirmed my theories all along. Didn't expect Potimus to be a goddamn cyborg, though. Really didn't expect that, but it explains why he's able to survive so much, and why he truly is an enemy in this world, because he does actually pose a threat to the world. Because this technology led to the first example of the world going, or being threatened, and so if he's pursuing that again, or if he was a survivor from that time and trying to get it back, then he is going to become a big problem. So yeah, the storyline makes a lot more sense. I'm curious to see what Shun's actions would be now that he's learnt of all the information from Taboo Level 10. I wonder if he'll start being a bit more sympathetic to Kumiko's cause and everything. And how long of a jump it is from Kumiko's spider-human form, her arachne form, into like being able to fully control her human form versus fully go into like that. Because in the prep phase, this bit for the attack on the elf village, she's actually in her full human form. but there's quite a long time jump, so it probably still takes a while for her to go from her arachne form here into pure human. So yeah, I'm curious to see what the future holds for this. I just hope Milipensi learns from this series. Just as a studio in general, I hope they learn, because there's so much you can learn from this when it comes to outsourcing, timing productions, and everything. And I hope if they do get a season 2 for this, they learn from those mistakes and kind of improve on it, because I don't want season 2 to end up the same way that season 1 did, because that's just going to be ultimately disappointing for what is a very interesting work. I'm invested in this show, and I'm invested in this world and its plot lines. Just, I wish it was more to look at, really. That kind of comes down to it, but anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the final episode after its delay, as well as the series as a whole now that it's concluded. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the summer 2021 season that is now started here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time. See you guys later.